What is it, Witcher?
Who is that girl?
Cynthia, a leashed sorceress.
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. And she's learning along the way. It's convenient, and except for the name, not derisive at all. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia.
Is what they say true? Did Saskia kill a dragon?
Prince Stennis decorated her for it at the court in Vengerberg, so it appears to be true. If you want to know the details, talk to Biggerhorn. Apparently he witnessed it.
Have you heard about a Witcher's school? Apparently the Viper's their sign.
No. Why do you ask?
The Kingslayer wears a medallion adorned with a viper.
Pretentious and childish for my taste. He can't be very smart.
How is it that King Radovid's court sorceress and advisor is supporting rebellion in Edirn?
This has grown into more than a simple rebellion, Witcher. Prince Stennis' arrival here confirmed Saskia's right to represent Edirn.
Saskia isn't fighting for Edirn, but for the Pontar Valley. Even Prince Stennis considers you rebels. He hasn't moved against you because war with Kedwin hangs by a thread. Why are you here, Sorceress of Tretogor?
It is my duty. If Henselt occupies the Pontar Valley, Redania and Temeria will respond strongly. The North will disintegrate, its unity gone. A dark scenario that is nevertheless avoidable, provided Saskia is successful and wins the Valley's independence.
Even if she thwarts Henselt, there'll be no independence without agreement from Redania and Temeria.
Temeria's expansionist plans melted away with Foltest's death. Redania's ruler is unpredictable, but even he'll have to respect a victory. I'm here to make this victory a fact.
A sorceress like you ought to know bundles about the wild hunt.
A sorceress's knowledge has nothing to do with superstitions.
The hunt's not a superstition.
True, the phenomenon seems to exist.
I want to know everything there is to know about it.
It's strictly atmospheric. It doesn't interest me. Just as whirlwinds, whirlpools, and snowfalls do not interest me.
At the council, you mentioned artifacts were needed to undo the curse.
But I can't look for them now.
I can do that.
Why?
I have my reasons. Tell me something. Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th-level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a curse couldn't be cast.
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse being inflicted.
What about confirmed cases of it being lifted?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name. Sabrina Gleverzig was on the team.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented. An eclipse and wraiths also accompanied his curse.
So Sabrina's curse is just a knockoff Rodalega.
Exactly.
Did you notice? Not all the ghosts were aggressive.
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into draugrs.
Is that the Witcher's professional name for wraiths?
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles. Their bloodlust and hatred in condensed form.
Can you kill them by conventional means?
A silver sword is enough for a draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I could turn the tide of the battle...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to those who fell in battle. Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the fallen, or they won't lure the ghosts.
Right. I'll look around.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and death and leave the rest to me.
I'd prefer courage and faith.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. Cecil seems to know a lot about the area. Can Francesca's experience help us?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the workings of the curse thanks to her.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking my neck.
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment. I don't know exactly what will happen. Nobody does.
I'll look for those artifacts. What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edern, but met his match. Nobody won that war. Sabrina Glefesig got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedweni forces, and this led to both armies being routed. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb. Henselt accused Sabrina of using a forbidden weapon.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got out of hand because of the circumstances.
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an excuse for simple bungling.
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed to a wagon wheel. I'd say she did a good job, considering.
I'm good for now. I'll let you know when I learn something.
You wanted to discuss some...
I've found an immortelle.
Excellent. You wanted to discuss some...
You said we'd need a magical object to cure Saskia. Any ideas where I might start?
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long history. There's the Battle of Wraiths, the site of Sabrina Glevesig's death and suffering, the abandoned mines.
I was hoping you'd be specific.
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod, but please try to be a little inventive. Ask the locals, that's always a good place to start. I dare say Alderman Burden knows every last stone in the area. Maybe you should see him. You wanted to
I'm looking for Triss. Letho forced her to teleport near Vergen.
Letho?
Voltest's killer, perhaps Demavend's too. Will you help me find her?
Certainly. We sorceresses must stick together. We have too many enemies.
Triss contacted you through Sheila de Tanzerville's megascope while in Flotsam.
And I haven't heard from her since.
Can you locate her?
A megascope responds to a person's aura. If I had something of... You were close to her.
No, I don't.
Not good. Wait. A local drunkard...
Drunkards say all sorts of nonsense. One claimed his dog was riding...
Perhaps they're just drunken delusions. It's possible, however, that an unstable...
As it's our only lead, I'll talk to this drunkard. Do you know him?
I'm not used to associating with drunkards.
Thank you.
Come back as soon as you learn anything. You wanted to Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important.
How long have you been alderman?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round this circus, so I volunteered to manage things. No one opposed me. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes. and I organise assorted matters. In the end, everyone listens to Saskia exclusively. Me included.
How are things?
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Zoltan and Yarpan are chasing peasants around the square. They need a bit of drilling. Yorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous. I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared.
This must be the first revolt ever to be taxed.
We can't feed ourselves nor fortify our walls with rebel slogans, though of course, the prince is just waiting for the right moment to get his...
I'm sure his motivations are pure, and... Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years ago?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old kook insult, called king by some, thought that Adernians were bumpkins who'd ship bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack Edirn?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kedweni crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Kedwen.
Load of crap. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want it.
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Edirnians, Kedweni, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen, a beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Van de Grift attacked in the afternoon, he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard, but we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edirn at all. We decimated the dun banner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kedwenis gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armor. Then, Van de Grift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the fire had covered the battlefield. Yes. There were no more friends. They say it was the doing of a Kedweni sorceress who wanted revenge on Van de Grift. Good.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Van de Grift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once at a jousting tournament in Ardcarreg. Seltkirk won there. Seltkirk was a true knight. Van de Grift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one. I bet he cut down Seltkirk with that news.
Van de Grift is dead. What happened?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only after the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake or Seltkirk in.
You captured the Dunbanner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths, refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Adernians. They had no chance.
I'm going to need that stand. Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what I need to lift the curse now.
Madame Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Van de Grift's sword stands for hatred. What about the other 2?
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Here's hoping you're right.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place.
Where exactly?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of power there. You can't miss it. Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl. She'll buy...
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher. I thank you.
You hugged a bear or what?
Ah, you've finally given in. Started killing humans. Eh, Witcher?
Started that a while ago, actually.
Foltest's death. Society acknowledged that.
Yeah, I know. Too low for the risk.
It's a bundle to us, Witcher. We have to pay for everything.
Jorvith send you?
Jorvith will never learn it. You a jester?
Trust the girl.
Stop showing off, Witcher. It's no novelty that you know how to swing. You a jester? Regards!
Indeed. I'd like to...
Let's start with introductions then. Why the surprised face? I heard about you in school. And of the love stories we read beneath.
You studied at Aretusa,
Yes, though I'm still to finish my portion of
and you're doing it under Philippa Eilhart's watchful eye.
help from a hero of our readings. I'd be grateful. The locals are...
Let's see what I can do.
Only Philippa Eilhart may enter.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
I don't know.
You wanted to discuss something?
I found one of the ingredients for Saskia's cure.
Show me. Interesting. Getting warmer, but still not there. It's as if I'd sent you to get me the sun and you'd brought me a candle. We need something massive, and This is a dwarf's dream. Stolen and magically encased.
You know what this means? In addition to normal harpies, there are Solano in the air.
Solano?
Dream snatchers. The only harpy species to develop something resembling intelligence. They magically... Solano live among regular harpies, but their lair should be full of stolen dreams. One of the...
You'd have to enter the harpy lair through the quarry. Unfortunately, the gate to the caves is locked and Cecil Burden will... But we must not relent. Saskia clings to life by a thread. Let me show you the desire...
Yeah.
Cecil Burden's.
In that case, I need to see the alderman.
A dwarf's a dwarf, and no bandit will ever make a good soldier.
So you're not enlisting?
I didn't say that.
I need to get inside the harpy lair.
No chance.
I know all about the harpies. They steal dreams, collect them. I found one, but it proved too weak for our purposes. I need a stronger one. So I'm asking you nicely. Open the damn gate.
Listen, Witcher. I want Saskia to recover, I do. But don't ask... My grandfather locked that gate for a good reason. Imagine if we could all go in there to look at those dreams. Dwarves, peasants. What's more, legend has it the oldest stolen dreams can become reality. And I don't...
Open it. I'll make...
Stop pissing me off. You're acting like a drunk suitor.
You know, don't know if I should mention this.
What are you talking about?
It's an embarrassing affliction, I imagine. Hell, even something of a political... Some might even call you a freak. You're the alderman. An ages-old tradition is vested in you. On top...
You wouldn't dare.
Imagine your ancestors carved in stone. Condemnation, not pride on their bearded faces. Who knows? Maybe you'd keep your off...
I'll open the gate. I promised Scalen's mother I'd be sober as a judge to the end of my days. And I aim to keep my word. I don't give a damn about it. You must bury this thing. The secret dies with...
I do. Thanks, Cecil, and good luck staying sober.
There goes the PC.
Witches, an army led by a woman.
It will defeat Henselt and make Bergen her capital.
You try.
Let's go drink, friends. I'm gonna get as drunk as a lord.
Why's that?
They stole it. The plowing bird stole it. My dream is gone.
Well, then what's the grin for?
Night after night, I dreamed of my dead wife.
Greetings,
for years.
Batgirl.
Again.
Flotsam? The fire? Funny how these things... Oh, unimportant. No need to be. But I've started anew here, you know. That always builds confidence.
Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is?
It is if you want it to be. We elves might seem... You saved my life.
I'm intrigued. It's been a tough day.
Let's go for some liquor. Drinks on me.
Am I ever glad to have that debt off?
I'm happy for...
I'm happy for us, but... Oh,
A key?
to an old mine pit.
All right. Take care of yourself.
How many more can there be?
By the gods, they're closer and closer. They'll not catch me. To the witch. They'll not find it there, over my dead body, Horsons. You'll never fathom Master Baltimore's secrets. It's not far now.
Witcher?
Did I?
Indeed. I know a collector in Vengerberg.
Ericus venom? Necker hearts?
Harpy feather.
Uh-huh. Why feathers? What kind of coin are we talking?
Why don't we do a test?
He's gonna want more than a bundle? That'll mean
A few more.
I'll keep my eyes open. I've got your feathers.
Wonderful. Excellent quality. Just if you're in need of...
I suppose I've...
Excellent! Where are you headed?
Strange. I smell sulfur.
okay. Greetings. Geralt, right? My uncle's told me a lot about you. Nice work with those...
Your uncle?
Cecil. I help him out here and there managing...
Nice to meet you. Hey, Scalen, wanna arm wrestle?
I really like...
It's not the contest of the century.
Steady on! I've got conditions.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
Look, another one. You let
told that
one human
story
in
a
and in
hundred
no
times.
time you've got
I've
a
heard enough
swarm.
of flying women.
It was very...
I heard you saw something interesting.
as clearly as I see you. Amazing. But wait, you must buy a fellow in.
Well, you shut it already. We could all recite this.
I'm a client and I'll say what I want. Pour me some Mahakaman mead and no cheating.
I'll pay, but if you bore me, I'll shove this meat up your...
But such a fine liquor. And my...
Speak.
Last week I was passing by the gullies. I like to take a hike.
Get to the point.
Hush. So I'm walking and suddenly there's a flash. A crack. I'm thinking...
You hit the ground with your arse so hard you saw a flash.
Then I saw people lying in a gully as if they'd fallen from the sky. The woman was so beautiful.
What did the woman look like?
A redhead. Wearing a vest and high shoes with pert tit.
Sounds just like your old lady.
Shut your mouth.
What happened then?
Well, the woman was hurting, couldn't get up. The man clearly disliked her, because he didn't...
Noticed her tits. They didn't even try to help her yet.
I was about to do exactly that when a troll came out of the gully. Ugly.
Did it attack her?
Not at all. I hid and saw everything. First he sniffed her, so I thought he'd eat her.
Is that all?
Yes. Didn't...
I heard human women need only sit astride a man's